Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Nick, and today I'm building another house for you in The Sims 4, and if you've been here recently, you know that I'm attaching Sims stories to my build, so you'll also get to meet the family that is moving in here, and that I am building a whole world around, that we are really creating stories around. So if you haven't been here before, definitely would recommend subscribing, because we're doing some really cool things now and I don't want you to miss out. Anyways, this house is so cool. It's a small family home. It is 2 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms in the middle of Oasis Springs, and certainly not a starter house, even though I don't imagine that these Sims have a crazy amount of money. I wanted to make it smaller, more realistic, but I kind of go over budget often whenever I try to do that. Here is my inspiration for the build. I have been using ChatGPT and trying out some new AI image creators to inspire me for some of my builds, and that one was the one that we're going with today. I was really excited to try out that more split level look with the garage. I was able to use the tool mod to click and move that garage door just a little bit forward so that it sits on the ground level, and totally made a huge difference. And I think the perception of depth and scale in the build really made it interesting and distinguish it from a house that is a little bit easier to build. But some more facts about this house before we meet the amazing people living here. It costs $78,987. So yeah, as I was saying, definitely not a cheaper pack or a cheaper build of mine, but free real estate on, and your Sims can move in there for free. And that's what I do. I always just move my Sims in, and then I set their money to whatever it is that I think they would actually probably have. But this house, I had originally started it on a bigger lot, but I realized that I wanted it to not necessarily just fill up the space with landscaping. Wanted it to feel a bit more cramped and like it would be in a neighborhood of houses that look very similar, like the reference picture. So if you're not familiar with ChatGPT or anything like that, you can type in all of the descriptions that you would want it to kind of look like, and play around with it until it spits out an image that you want. And that's what I did for this one. I wanted a deserty, suburban type family home that wasn't too big, and that's what I got. I added this courtyard in the front because honestly, I really like courtyards and more private spaces. I think whenever I'm building a house, I try to incorporate features that I would want if I moved in and if I was building it. So balconies and outdoor living spaces are huge. I definitely try to keep it realistic, so you're not always going to get the most insane build from me. You're going to get things that I think you would find down your street, all around the world, and I take inspiration from lots of different things. I love getting your recommendations too, so if there's any houses that you want built in the game, or if you live in a particular spot and want me to check out houses in your area for inspiration, I would love to do that. I always love trying to push myself with different content, and I use a lot of packs, but I mix and match them so that I can create totally different styles that you may not get in one specific pack. So there's a little bit more about why I do what I do. Anyways, the back of this house has a super huge, like, balcony, second floor patio. I don't know the proper term for it, honestly. But I wanted to make sure that you could also access it from communal space, because, oh my god, actually we're inside now, so scratch that. Meet the Sims who are living here. This is Zelda Vale. She is a creative maker and bookworm. She is a latte artist by day and an independent jewelry maker by night. She is so cool. I love her aesthetic, and I had so much fun creating her and thinking of how she would decorate this space and interact with it. What a cool Sim. And then meet her roommate, Luna Estrella, or Estrella, depending on how you want to pronounce it. She definitely takes the more creative, eccentric, colorful side to jewelry making and horoscopes, rather than the more dark academia aesthetic that Zelda has, but they get along so well. I imagine that they met and just vibed over their shared interests in crystal collecting and jewelry making. I think they would like some similar music. I don't know if they would have all the same friends, but they definitely have a lot in common, and they share Stars as their cat in the house. So inside you can see I'm working on one of their offices. I don't know whose it would be. It definitely fits Zelda's aesthetic a bit more, but I just loaded it up with all different types of clutter that I think a jewelry maker would have, or someone who is into crystals and fashion and horoscopes, astrology, tarot card reading. I think that that's all kind of up the alley of The Sims in this house, and I try to incorporate nods to that all throughout the decor that I chose. So you'll see lots of candles and crystals all throughout, and if you actually download the build, which you can do in the description, I have the link tree. You can get it from the Sims 4 gallery, or my tray files are in a Google Drive. So no matter what way you prefer to download it, you can. I hope you don't mind that I didn't use any custom content. I think it makes it a lot easier for you to actually download that way. Then you don't have to go hunting all around the internet to find things. You just have to have a bunch of packs. But if you don't, then no big deal, because the game will just replace it with content that you do have. Anyways, we're onto this kitchen, which is a more unique blend of cabinetry and wallpaper than I think I have used in the past, but it was really cool, and I like experimenting with different layouts to the kitchen. It's a pretty spacious one, but I was able to organize the cabinets and islands in a different way so that you had a lot of surface space, but it felt like different areas, if that makes sense. And there's also laundry in the house off to the side with the pet food and water bowl. I don't think you actually have like a separate food and water bowl in the game. I don't play with pets. I say that all the time. I don't actually do gameplay. At least I haven't in years. So I don't know how they work. I haven't really ever played with pets, but I am adding skills and careers to all the characters in my story so that when you eventually have a neighborhood to download or a whole world, then you have some lore built in, and I want to make relationships between them and connect all their families and see just this giant universe of stories that we've created together. And I think that that will be a really, really cool outcome. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day today. If you like Sims builds, please subscribe. I love creating all this content for you. New videos come out every single week, and you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, obviously. But yeah, would love to have you subscribe, because it just lets me know that you appreciate what I'm doing and you want to see more. Anyways, hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.